What is delegation? Delegation is a technique or mechanism through which you navigate a standard business object to the custom business object. That means if you want to use a custom method of a business object, which is a subtype of supertype, then you can use the delegation. Let's try to understand in a little better way. This is the definition just I have mentioned. And let's suppose you have the standard business object, and in this you have the several methods, right? So these are your standard methods, right? These are your standard methods. Now, in these standard methods, if you want to add one custom methods, and also what you want to do that, you want to call this custom method from the standard business object, then we can use the delegation. Under inheritance, you will not be able to call the custom method from the standard business object. If you want to call the custom method, then we'll have to use the subtype, you know, the child type you will have to use, and from there you can call. What actually I'm trying to tell, we have created this subtype over here of the business object, which is inheriting from BUS 2012. So here, if I want to use this method or maybe these attributes in the class using JBus 2012, it's simple. You can go and simply mention this business object in any of the task, right? So you can maybe go here and choose some standard task and give this one, click on this display button. So here you can select BOBOR object type, and here you can give this JBus 2012. Okay, and then under the method you can select this custom method. So that is perfectly fine. Now, what is your requirement basically, that you want to use the standard business object only, but under the method you want to use the custom method. Here you want to use the standard business object, but here you want to use the custom method. How to do that? We can do with the help of, you know, delegation. So let me quickly create one use case. We will copy maybe this task over here, or we can quickly create one task. Okay, so let's go and create one task. I will give the name of the task Z delegate JWF task demo. Click on this create button and demo. So say the one JBus 2012 I have created, right? JBus 2012. So here under this method, you will be able to see everything, the one which I have created Z update data along with the standard one. So anything you can use it over here. Now what I want to do, with the help of not JBus 202, I want to use bus 2012 only, and I want to use this Z update data. So if I give here at this moment, I will not be able to see that Z update, that particular stuff, which is, that custom method, because I'm using this one. So with the delegation, we can do. So now why such kind of things is required in class, you remember that we have the concept called narrowcasting, right? It is narrowcasting, like from the definition and from understanding point of view, it is nothing but you are assigning the wider reference to the lower reference, right? Means you are assigning the object of subtype to the reference of supertype. This is what we understand from the narrowing cast or narrowcasting. Similarly, here in this delegation, you are creating a subtype and you will have to assign the reference of subtype to the supertype. Then from this name itself, you will be able to access that the custom method. Let's see how we can do. And that mechanism, that technique is known as delegation. Okay. So already you have created this subtype. Now what you will have to do that you can delegate it by going into the settings, click on this delegate button, and by giving that business object over here, see here BUS2012, you will have to come into the change mode and you will have to create one new entry. Okay, so give your BUS2012 and the delegation, the subtype which you have created is this one. So you are delegating to this. That means you are telling to the system, though I want to use this one, but it should redirect to this. This is what basically, and click on this save button. One thing you should know that one object cannot be delegated to more than one subtype. Already this business object is delegated to some of the business object as I was able to show you. So when you try to click on the save button, it will give you error that it has been already delegated, right? So what we will do that, in order to show you, just go back and find out the business object which is already delegated. See here, it's already delegated. It's coming under the delegation list. All the list of delegated business object you will be able to see here. How to come here? You can go to the settings, click on this delegate, and you will be able to come over here. Now see to which custom object or to which object it is already delegated. I want to see that information. So this someone has created Z bus 2012 and he's delegating to this. I want to change this one. In real time you don't change because I have to show you how it works. I'm changing. Okay, in real time what you have to do that, if you want to use the delegation technique in the existing custom business type which is inheriting the super type, there itself you go and add your custom method. Meaning what actually I'm trying to tell that, say 2012 is there, double click on this. This is already created by someone and I have created only Z bus 2012. For my subtype, I don't have double Z, only single Z I'm having. Okay. So go to SW1 and give his, which is already there used. And under method, add your own custom object, then you will be able to see it over there. Okay. At this moment, I will not do that. I will use mine one. I will change his. You don't change in real time. Not good because it will create the problem. It will create the mess. Okay. Click on this save button and click on this OK. And you can see that now this business object now will be delegated by this, you know. So delegation, nothing but like, delegates means pratinidhi in Hindi we tell generally, right? And delegation means pratinidhitva, means representation. So this business object is representing now this business object. So if you come to that transaction over here, and now if you try to, check it out, our method will be visible. Okay. Our method will be visible. So let's our method was jade custom method, something like that, right? Let's double click on this, or you will have to open one another session. Click on this display button, go to this method. Go to this method, it's jade update data. So this method, basically, I should be able to see it over here, jade update data. So no problem, what I will do that, let's go back. Go back and once again go into and give some, click on this create, come here, give this 2012, and that method, it is supposed to come over here. Okay, let me see what's the problem. BUS2012, have I saved or not? We have to save it, data already saved, it's telling. And bus 2012, this also looks fine. So just to go back and regenerate it once again. It's generated successfully. And now come once again and check it. So it should come basically. It should come because now bus 2012 is directing to Z bus 2012, right? And Z bus 2012 is having this update data method. So now it should show that. Okay, let's see what is the problem. It's implemented. Let me try by releasing. Okay, as per my understanding, it should work with implemented also, but not sure why it's not coming here. It should come. Bus 2012. Let's give one more try. Z. No, it's not here. I will try with the I will try by releasing them. Okay, so come here and we will try to release this purchase order object type. Go into the change mode, edit, object type, released. That is okay. Okay, and now let's go and click on this edit, and this also we will release. Fine, it got released. Now come here and generate. So here, now come and see. It's not showing, right? It should display basically. Okay, let me do one thing. BUS 2012 is there, right? So if I'm going to run this, if everything is fine, what it should do that, it will navigate to JBus 2012 and display. Now that it's not going to that, JBus 2012. So some purchase order, maybe we can take it. Let's take some purchase order and see how it's behaving. Here you can see that it's the Z update data is coming, right? So delegation is working fine in this case, right? Z update data. I will please, I will open one separate session. Sometimes due to the memory issue and all, such kind of problem you will be able to face. Or sometimes, we will have to clear the cache and all. So SWU underscore OBUF. This is generally like the transaction you are going to use when you are going to develop the workflow. You'll have to synchronize the runtime buffer. Because of the buffer problem and all, you will not be able to see the expected result and whatever you are expecting. So click on this button and that's it. Now let's go once again, PFTC, and create one JTest, something like that. Click on this create button here, bus 2012, and let's see. And you can see that now it's coming, right? Z update data is coming. So delegation means this one, like with the name of a standard business object, you should be able to call the custom method from your subclass. So where this is going to be important basically, so let me tell you the importance of this delegation. See, suppose you have the existing workflow like this. Okay, you have a workflow. So this can be a workflow like this. It has the several steps. Step one here, step two, step three, something like that. Okay, in the step one, you have some standard task here you have used, right? And of course, like in a standard task, some standard business object will be there. For example, let's suppose you have some purchase order related workflow given by SAP. So they are using 2012, right? Again, they are using 2012 in the, this is your first step of the workflow. Step one, this is your step two. Step two is also using some standard task. Step three also using some standard task. And in that standard task, you are using the business object, which is the standard one. What your requirement is, you want to, you know, uh, define one extra step in the workflow by copying the workflow. Don't disturb the standard workflow. Never ever do this. If you want to create a new workflow similar to the existing one, or if you want to enhance the existing workflow, copy that workflow into a new workflow from PFTC transaction. And then in the new workflow, you do your changes. Please don't change the existing standard workflow. Okay. So this is the copied workflow from the standard workflow, and there all the standard tasks are there. Now, what you want to do that, you don't want to, use the Z business object. You want to use the standard business object, but your custom method from the subtype which you have defined. So there this delegation will play the important role. So you can use the business object, standard business object only, but your method also, the custom method also, you will be able to use it. Okay. So this is how, the delegation works. Hope you were able to understand this concept, right?